Hello, my name's Shani Swords, and today I'll be talking about the life and legacy of William Boeing. So, today in this PowerPoint, I will be talking about his early life, how he found Boeing, his impact on aviation. I will also talk about the challenges and controversies that Boeing has faced, but his legacy and influence, and also we will just have a little conclusion about everything he did. So, in his early life, he was born October 1st, 1881 in Detroit, Michigan. His father was very wealthy through the lumber business, but he sadly died when he was only 8 years old. And then his mother got remarried, and William Boeing and his new stepfather, they didn't really get along, so Boeing was sent off to boarding school in Switzerland. And once he got back, he decided to study at Yale. But in 1903, he dropped out to pursue the lumber business just like his father. And then he moved to Seattle because there was a lot of lumber land there. And in 1908, he became very interested in aviation after seeing a plane. So now we're going to talk about how he basically found Boeing. So Boeing was now very interested with aviation, so he decided he wanted to create his own business. And then only 8 years after he became so interested in planes, he decided to create the Aero Products Company in 1917. The company was later renamed Boeing, but this his business basically it grew so quickly, so fast because of its relationships to the with the US military, and they quickly created the first single wing plane, which was in the 1930s. So he had a huge impact on aviation and war. They created the B-17 and the B-29 bomber, which dropped the atomic bombs, and they were just very important to the war, basically changed the outcome. And then commercial travel, they created all these different jet airliners, which constantly improved in technology and how fuel efficient they were. Some special ones I would probably say was Boeing 747, which was the first jumbo jet, which revolutionized air travel. And then also the Boeing 777 and the Boeing 767, sorry, which were introduced in the 80s and 90s, which advanced technology and fuel efficiency. But Boeing also had a lot of controversy throughout its time. So the antitrust laws in 1934, Boeing was forced to separate because it was becoming a monopoly, and it was separated due to the U.S. Airmail Act. It was separated because it was a monopoly, basically. And then it had a lot of environmental criticisms because it had a lot of carbon emissions. And then there was also the Boeing 737 MAX crisis, which was in 2018 and 2019. There was new technology put into the plane that the captains weren't made aware of, which caused a lot of people to sadly pass. But yeah, that's basically it. And then recently, I think it was this last spring, Alaskan Airlines had a flight where the door plug was completely ripped off because of loose bolts. And the pressure was just so much. It was like ripping clothes and headsets off people. It was definitely traumatic for some people. And then, although they faced a lot of controversy, Boeing has an amazing legacy throughout the years. Will it is and it will maintain being a dominant force in aviation, constantly developing new technology and new planes. And it's had a huge impact on military and commercial flights. And Boeing was a very committed man to making aviation better for all. So this is one of William Boeing's quotes. It says, "Let no new improvement in flying and flying equipment pass us by," which again just shows how devoted this man was to improving aviation. And then these are all the resources I used. I used Vision, the Story of Boeing, A Saga of the Sky, and the New Horizons of Space, which is by Harold Mansfield. And then also I used Britannica, and I also used an article from CNN for the Alaskan Airlines story. But thank you all so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.